For round 6 at Brands Hatch, Elton Julian was still determined to keep the Albert's memory alive. A stunning performance at Thruxton, and at Brands, Julian has a new teammate, the experienced Philippe Adams, taking over the number 8 car, and his presence in the Alan Docking team's lineup adds greatly to the competitive strength of the British Formula 3 Championship.
I came in this team because Marcel had his accident and etc. But I think it's good for the team, and it's good for myself, and it's good for everybody that they have a second car and they run the second car, and the second car is quick, and because the team, they were very bad. I think mentally they were quite very low, and now with the second car they have, they can rework again like they did with Marcel, and I would like to do the same job that Marcel did, yes. But I have to say, for me it was also difficult to come here, and I have to work with the team, and I have to do the best also for Marcel.
Adams has taken to the Rort, celebrating his move with second place on the starting grid. And with pole position holder Gilles de Ferran in his Paul Stewart Racing Reynard, only 1/100th of a second faster, Belgian Mieke van Hoel, third in the championship, is third on the grid, with less than 1/10th of a second covering the top 3. And there's Elton Julian, who starts 4th. Hilton Cowie, the sensation of Thruxton, is 5th on the grid in his year-old Reynard, which makes him easily the fastest Class B starter. So, as the 19 drivers assemble on the starting grid of Brands Hatch's 1.2-mile Indy circuit, it's 2 Reynards and 2 Rorts on the front rows for the opening dash down to Paddock Bend. Hilton Cowie is next up, with Brazilian Andre Ribeiro in the second Paul Stewart Reynard. And on row 4 are Osvaldo Negri's Reynard Mugen and top British driver Kelvin Burt in his Team Quartec Reynard, followed by the Sol Van Diemen, driven by Jason Plato, and Belgian ex-Formula 4 champion Mark Goosens. Then Warren Hughes's Vauxhall-powered Reynard with Pedro Diniz, his Mugen-powered teammate. But at the end of the parade lap, there's a blank space in row 2. Elton Julian's had trouble, and he's got to start from the pit lane. There he is, and he's got to wait there after the start until the last man on the grid has passed him. Goes up to the end of the pit lane. There are the rest of them on the starting grid. It's go. And it's an absolute flyer from Philippe Adams. He's up alongside Gilles de Ferran. We're with de Ferran now. That's Philippe Adams in front into Paddock Bend, the first right-hander at 120 miles an hour. And what a fantastic start from Philippe Adams. Adams, de Ferran, Van Hoel, somebody off, 2 of them off. It's Hughes and Diniz. And down to Graham Hill Bend, Hilton Cowie is attacking. He's gone through, up into 4th place past Ribeiro. On to Surtees, Adams, de Ferran, Van Hoel, Cowie. From there up to McLaren. And Hilton Cowie nearly lost the Reynard then. We're back again with Gilles de Ferran. Up towards Paddock Bend. Exiting Clark at 130 miles an hour. Down the finishing straight, that's Philippe Adams ahead. 1 lap completed, 29 to go. Paddock, Adams, de Ferran. Back again with de Ferran. Hillwood Hill, 130 miles an hour up to Druids. Out of Druids at 75 miles an hour. Philippe Adams ahead. Down to Graham Hill Bend. Now they're doing 120 miles an hour here, and we're coming up to Surtees at 130, and it is close. There they go. Adams, de Ferran, Van Hoel, Cowie, Negri, and Ribeiro. McLaren, Ribeiro's off. That's Ribeiro punching across the glass. He's lost it. Straight into the tyre wall, and it looks like he just lost downforce chasing Osvaldo Negri. And 1.5 seconds covers the first 4 as they go round Paddock. It's Adams, de Ferran, Van Hoel, Cowie, up to Druids, hard on the brakes into the tight right-hander. And now Philippe Adams has built a cushion. There he is ahead. 2 very experienced Formula 3 men up front. Philippe Adams, the Belgian, has had 4 years racing in Formula 3. Gilles de Ferran is in his 2nd season. We're back again with de Ferran now. A lot of people said the Reynard was the car to have this year. They've won 3 out of the 5 races so far, but Adams is certainly showing the way ahead in the Rort today. And Elton Julian, his teammate, is racing through the field behind him. He's made up several places already. As Gilles de Ferran goes round Paddock, up Hillwood Hill, here we are at Druids, and Cowie in the background is dropping back a bit. Surtees. And I do believe that Gilles de Ferran is a bit closer to Philippe Adams than he was before. Behind him it is still Van Hool, Cowie, Negri, Plato is up into 6th position. Surtees. Now look, through McLaren. A Belgian leads, a Brazilian is second, a Belgian is third, a South African is in 4th place. This is the Brazilian, Gilles de Ferran, and watch his line. Right up tight to the pit wall at 135 miles an hour to get his line right for Paddock Bend. The right-hander, we're at it now. Adams is staying cool under pressure. There is Hilton Cowie. Druids. 1/6 distance. In car with de Ferran. And Philippe Adams is closing up on a tail-ender to lap him. It's just conceivable that he might get balked, in which case Gilles de Ferran can close up on Adams and make it much closer at the front. Surtees, McLaren into clearways. There is de Ferran in 2nd place. That was Adams. There is Van Hool and Cowie. Now, watch Adams. There he is ahead, and ahead of him it's John Lee, the American, in the Class B car. They've completed the lap. Over the start line. Now look at this battle. It's Jason Plato in the Van Diemen, 6th. Behind him in the red-white car is Mark Goossens, the Belgian. In 8th position it's Kelvin Burt. They are all first-year men in Formula 3. And the Van Diemen's got a new front wing, you'll notice, designed by Andy Thorby. Up to McLaren by way of Surtees. Goossens is attacking. Goossens is attacking, indeed he is. It's inside Jason Plato. They go round the right-hander absolutely side by side. Plato's got the line at the moment, but he's coming up behind John Lee, who will inadvertently balk him, and this should give Goossens a chance to go through. Ahead at Paddock, and he's done it. And Kelvin Burt, all 3 of them have now taken John Lee. Terrific bit of racing this is. Up to Druids again. Goossens number 1. Jason Plato is number 11. Kelvin Burt is number 17. And they are 6th, 7th and 8th. Kelvin Burt, the winner of round 4 at Brands Hatch, and the wet. Jason Plato in the Van Diemen, that's yellow and blue car, and he nearly lost it there. First year in Formula 3, X-Karts, last year's Formula Renault champion in Europe. And across the line they go, and again Kelvin Burt is challenging. He's coming right up alongside Jason Plato as they go into the right-hander at Paddock. But because Plato is on the inside, Burt can't get through. He has another go at Druids. He's going to try, locks up his right front. Now Plato's just got to sit on the racing line here, and it's almost impossible for Kelvin Burt to get past him. But my goodness, he's trying. Now we're with Gilles de Ferran, 2nd place. Looks as though he can't catch Adams. He's catching Gray Headley in the white Rolf. It's a Class B car ahead of him. Headley's first year of racing since 1988, and straight past him goes Gilles de Ferran. Druids and Van Hool in the yellow and green car is right up with Gilles de Ferran. That's 2nd and 3rd racing. The Belgian and the Brazilian. Round Graham Hill Bend. On to Surtees again, Vicker Van Hool. It's his 3rd season of Formula 3, and he's another man who started in karts, went on to Formula Ford, and he's on to Gilles de Ferran now. 3rd position, challenging for 2nd. De Ferran ahead of him in the championship. Over the line, lap completed. Out goes the board, down to Paddock. And Hilton Cowie is still in 4th position, but he's dropping back. Druids. Just saw Adams go through there. He's maintaining his lead over this battle for 2nd place. Now look ahead and you should see Philippe Adams. There he is, the race leader. And no wonder he has increased his lead. New lap record, 102.2 miles an hour to Philippe Adams from Belgium in the Rolf Mugen. De Ferran here is on 6 points if he can finish 2nd. If he does, it will extend his championship lead, but he wants to win. To do that, he's got to catch Philippe Adams, and then he's got to get past him. So the climb up Halewood Hill. But Mika Van Hool needs to get past de Ferran to close the championship gap. And at the end of the lap, Plato and Burt here are still together, and Burt is having another go. And once again, Plato makes him run wide and paddock. This is a wonderful introduction year for the Van Diemen. It's the only one of its kind. It's up against all the Rorts, it's up against all the Reynards. It's getting better and better race by race, and so is Jason Plato, chased here by the previous Brands Hatch winner, Kelvin Burt. And my goodness, Kelvin Burt is giving Jason Plato absolutely no rest at all. He had his front wing right under the gearbox of the Van Diemen then, and he puts his front wheels on the right front onto the grass as he comes out of clearways at about 130 miles an hour. Down to paddock again. And again, Burt, who lives in Tamworth, is resisted by Jason Plato up to Druids. And again, Burt is just not giving up. So up to Surtees. Now McLaren, then the long sweep round Clearways and Clark curve before they go through and complete another lap. And a paddock, Osvaldo Negri, number 2 in the red car, has passed Cowie. He's passed Hilton Cowie, who runs very wide. So now number 2, Osvaldo Negri, is 4th. Cowie in the white car is down to 5th. Mark Goosens in the red and white one behind them is in 6th position. And at the end of the lap, Burt is going for 7th again. Burt on the left, and on the right is Jason Plato's Van Diemen. And behind both of them is Elton Julian. There he is in the red and white car, number 7 in the background. Elton Julian has come right up from last at the start, and he is now in 8th position. Plato and Burt sweep past John Lee. Elton in the background does exactly the same thing. Burt is attacking again, and he's hit the Van Diemen, who spins off, and through goes Elton Julian, through goes John Lee, who's been lapped. Plato rejoins, he was just nudged out there. Kelvin Burt put his wheels inside, and Hilton Cowie has been caught by Goosens on the left, number 1. Hilton Cowie down to 6th position, Goosens up to 5th position, and Julian is past Burt. Elton Julian, number 7, is up past Kelvin Burt, and that's a great drive by the Thruxton winner. Here's a replay of Plato and Burt. Now Burt just touches his left front wheel, touches Plato's right rear wheel, off spins the Van Diemen, through goes Elton Julian, and we are back again with Gilles de Ferran, into paddock and out of it for the last time. This is the last lap. Adams leads, there is de Ferran 2nd. Behind him is Mika Van Hool in 3rd position, and it's looking like an excellent win for Belgian Philippe Adams. Up to Surtees at 125 miles an hour with 2nd place, number 5, Gilles de Ferran. In his wheel tracks as they both lap Lee at the 2nd time is Mika Van Hool. Out of Clark curve for the last time. Adams is nearly home to win. Here are 2nd and 3rd. Adams wins. Gilles de Ferran takes 2nd place. Mika Van Hool 3rd. And Philippe Adams is overjoyed. It's his first win since 1990.